The Baking Bark, a tale of a dog's dream, brought to you by Storytime ESL. Chapter 4. Mixing It Up. The morning sun cast a golden glow over the town as Barkley made its way to Mrs. Paul's bakery, excitement bubbling in its chest. Today promised to be another day filled with baking adventures, and Barkley couldn't wait to see what delicious creations awaited. As Barkley stepped into the bakery, it was greeted by the cheerful sight of Mrs. Paws bustling about the kitchen, preparing for the day ahead. The scent of vanilla and cinnamon hung in the air, sparking anticipation in Barkley's heart. "Good morning, Barkley," Mrs. Paws called, her voice warm and welcoming. "Today we're going to try our paws at something new, cake baking." Barkley's tail wagged eagerly as Mrs. Paws led it to the workstation, where bowls of flour, sugar, and eggs awaited. With a gleam in her eye, Mrs. Paws began to explain the delicate art of cake baking, from creaming butter and sugar to folding in flour and gently mixing the batter. Eager to lend a paw, Barkley watched intently as Mrs. Paws demonstrated each step, committing the process to memory. With a newfound confidence, Barkley rolled up its sleeves and prepared to dive in. As Barkley measured out the ingredients and began to mix the batter, it couldn't help but feel a sense of exhilaration. There was something magical about the way the ingredients came together, transforming into a silky, smooth batter under Barkley's careful guidance. With Mrs. Paws' encouragement, Barkley experimented with different flavor combinations and decorative techniques, infusing each cake with its own unique charm. From classic vanilla sponge to decadent chocolate ganache, Barkley poured its heart and soul into each creation, determined to make them as beautiful and delicious as possible. As the day wore on and the aroma of freshly baked cakes filled the air, Barkley's spirits soared. Though cake baking had presented its fair share of challenges, Barkley had risen to the occasion with determination and grace. As the final cake emerged from the oven, golden and glistening with frosting, Barkley couldn't help but feel a swell of pride in its chest. Though its journey as a baker was still unfolding, Barkley knew that with a sprinkle of creativity and a dash of perseverance, anything was possible. With a grateful woof, Barkley thanked Mrs. Paws for another unforgettable day in the bakery. As they admired the handiwork together, Barkley's heart swelled with excitement for the adventures that lay ahead. With a flour-covered paws and a soul full of dreams, Barkley knew that its journey as a canine confectioner was only just beginning.